All right, so all right, we're now live. So now let me make sure that my video is not hidden on my personal page. Oh, excuse me. They say when you burp, it's a smart fart. Take the elevator up. All right, let's see. Edit post. All right, cool. Now I got it going. All right, let's get some people in here. Everybody, come share this live. Share this live. Let's see. Let me find my video. Got one person. All right, let me mute this. And let me hit the share button. I'm going to share this to some messengers. How's everybody doing? Y'all comment, let us know where you're watching from. Live on the. Come on now. So, why is my computer acting up? My computer's doing like the government and I want to work. So, all right. My Facebook is froze. All right, let me hit refresh on my Facebook there. This is going to be a really good show. Watching from California. Hello, Devin Bradford. How you doing? I'll highlight your comment there. Good to see you, Devin Bradford. Glad to have some California people tune in. All right, so you've been doing all right? So you've been doing pretty good there, Jovanny?
Oh yeah, I've been super blessed, man. How about yourself?
Dang near Skippy. Ready for some huge changes, but had a good week so far. Just hate this heat.
Yeah, it's bad. This heat wave across the world, man.
Oh gosh, I don't. So do you have a full-time job besides music?
I do music and ministry.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Well then, well good you ain't got to work out anything. I feel bad for all these people that work for the state highway departments and stuff that have to actually get out in it. That is brutal.
that's a special breed of people for real.
That's right. Not just anybody can do that.
Not at all.
There's different there's certain jobs for certain people, and that's jobs that ain't for me.
I can
Something
agree
like
with that.
yeah, because that's when it's hotter than a billy goat with a blowtorch. You don't want that. I want it um where it's colder than a cast iron toilet on the shady side of an iceberg. I can imagine that cast iron toilet be pretty cold that time of year. All right, so for those that's watching, y'all share this live. We got 3 people in here. We got Devin Bradford from California tuned in. Let's see. Let me make sure I share this too. Let's see. Come chat. All right, and we'll send this out to a few people. Let's see. Team Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries in Quake. All right, cool. So we got, for those that's watching, we got Jovanny Maltes here, aka Man of Faith, the Skywalker, uh, If y'all ain't heard that song, it's crunk. Like it thumps in my speaker system in my truck. Like I just crank it wide open. And yeah, I'm a Skywalker. It's been way too long. That song just. I'm getting to the point to where I can almost rap that song word for word.
That's pretty cool. No, that one's my favorite one to perform. That's one of my favorite songs of my out of my catalog as well, for sure.
Really? Okay. I love that video, and I wish that I thought about it. I thought about it, then I forgot about it. But I could have got you to email the video to Jason, and he could have got it uploaded, and I could have played the video on here.
Next
Uh,
time.
yeah, next time that'd be cool. But that song, if y'all ain't heard that song, y'all need to look up. Oh, we got 8 people in here. I can't believe it. Y'all share this live. So like that song thumps. If y'all ain't heard Skywalker, I've actually got the song loaded on here. I'm gonna play 2 songs tonight. I got that one, and I got the new single loaded, which is pretty crunk. And also y'all need to check out the song "Everyday Thing" featuring D Black. That song's fire too. Hey John, I said to John or Cliff, what's going on? I'm glad to have some of my team members watching. Um, so tell everybody about the song Skywalker and what it's about.
Oh man, so Skywalker, that was a song that after my second album dropped, I didn't really release any music for a while. I was working 2 ministry jobs on top of volunteering at multiple ministries. I was just super busy, overwhelmed, and I really hadn't gotten a lot of music created or put anything out in a while. And started noticing like it was about that time. You got to keep your foot on the gas in the music industry. And I started asking God to, pour in a new song. And one of the days where I was working from 9 o'clock in the morning till 9:30 at night to my 2 ministry jobs, I came back at home and I just felt inspiration hit. I got in the studio in less than 24 hours. I sent it to my engineer, and we were able to figure that out. And it's been one of my favorite songs again, just for me to release and to perform. It's one of my favorite songs to do. And yeah, so that song is just all about knowing your position in the kingdom of God and understanding that we are royalty and that we are seated in heavenly places. So I kind of put a hip hop spin on it. I gave it a theme, and I just came up with Skywalker.
Wow, that is awesome. Um, I love the part where you said hit the gym, double the plates. Man, I I I like weightlifting. I hadn't done it in a long time, but I like doing it. I love getting in shape. And man, when that hits, like the next time I'm hopefully I'm gonna join the gym soon, but next time I'm in there, I'm gonna have to jam that song. That's a perfect workout song right
That
there.
is definitely a workout song. Most of my plays from Spotify come out from that song, come from workout playlists.
Nice. That is cool. So we got 9 people in here. Wow, that's amazing. I wasn't expecting 9. Y'all share this live. This is pretty awesome. So look, I just put his YouTube down there. So of course there it is on the YouTube link. Also, the Quake Radio YouTube, and also you can see his Man of Faith artist page scrolling at the bottom. You can go to facebook.com and just type in Man of Faith, and you'll find him. Excuse me. And then, so I'm gonna play that song, and I want everybody that's watching to tell me what they think of that song. But that song is like I listen to a lot of Christian music, and I listen to some mainstream music, but not a lot as I used to. And Christian music's where it's at. Christian rock, Christian rap, especially the artists like Rare Breed that like do country rap mixed with Christian rap. I like that too. Um, and then I just play a lot of Christian music, and especially I'm the marketing director for Quake Radio, so we play a lot of cool music, and I do believe we play your music on there. Oh, is where I first heard of you was I want to say we played Skywalker on there,
Yeah.
and I was so glad Jason had that on the playlist, and I immediately like I use Shazam, and Shazam's awesome, but the cool thing about when you listen to our radio station, it's on live365.com, and you just type in Quake Radio, and it actually shows the name of the artist. It shows the album cover, and it shows all the information where you can buy the music, that kind of thing, which is really cool about our playlist that we have on the station. And so that, and then I Shazammed it while it was playing, and then of course Shazam. For those who don't know, Shazam's a free app. You can scan all kind of music. It listens to music you play, and then it pulls up videos, all kind of stuff. So I just went from there, and it took me forever to find it on YouTube. And once I found it, I was like, yeah. And now I'm subscribed to where I get notifications every time you post a video. And everybody needs to do that. Go to his YouTube page, which is what I got pinned, and then you click subscribe. And once you hit subscribe, you click the bell and you click receive all. That way you can receive all notifications when he posts something. Because if you don't, you'll be like me and have hundreds of pages, and you wonder why you never see music from them. Well, this helps you see their music and stuff. So, all right, let me hit play.
Skywalker. 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 I'm a Skywalker. It's been way too long, they've been waiting for years. Had to tone it down, already surpassed all my peers. Felt like stuck in the mud, now I picked up my pace. No need to flex, hit the gym, boy, double the plates.
Double the
And
plates.
yeah, I talk a lot, but I back it up.
But I back it
goals I
up.
reached, but it's not enough. I want the whole pie, not just some of it. Give me a year and watch the way that I'll be running it. I'll turn on bags and most these rappers so they so for. They try to ruin my name, but Jesus is what I'm known for. I call on his name, now I got a feeling that it is my season to win. Let your blessing fall on whatever I touch, whatever I'm in. So it's no question how these games I've been winning them. Whole crew here, we bout the same like a synonym. Been rubbing shoulders with way too many fakes. Cut the
Too
grass,
many
let 'em
fakes,
show,
cut the
time to
grass,
cut
let
all
them
the
show,
snakes.
time to cut all the snakes.
Hand on the moon, foot on the stars. Skywalker.
I'm a
Head in the
Skywalker.
clouds, I can see Mars. I'm a Skywalker. Skywalker.
Skywalker.
I'm a Skywalker. Hand on the moon, foot on the stars. Head in the clouds. I'm a Skywalker. I got that water, got that drip. Open for service, take a dip. Like my path, I never trip. Brand new life, that's off that rip. Don't mind me, just live my best life. I chose it over the stress life. He paid, then give me that blessed life. A victory in every test life. If he did it for me, he can do it for you. There's more than enough for you too. Come join along with the crew. He opened the door to walk through. I've been faking smiles for way too long. I think it's time to switch it up. Time to sing a new song. So take my all, Lord, and let my life be a melody. To the world hears and everybody feeling me. And if they don't, it's okay. I wanna do it your way. Now my will, Lord, I pray. Let them feel what I say. Hand on the moon, foot on the star.
On the star.
Head in the clouds, I can see Mars. I'm a Skywalker.
Skywalker.
Skywalker. I'm a Skywalker. Hand on the moon, foot on the stars. Head in the clouds. I'm a Skywalker. Skywalker. I'm a Skywalker. Hand on the moon, foot on the stars. Head in the clouds. I'm a Skywalker.
Oh yeah, Cliff. That's right. Cliff said that's fire. All right, so let me hit the pause button.
Skywalker.
Whoop. All right, yeah, Cliff, that song is fire. And then your friend Kristen Villanueva, she said it's fire. Said Devin Bradford said that song. Look, let me tell you what I think about that song. I listen to a lot of music, Now I can't stand music that's got cuss words in it and a lot of that worldly garbage music. But now, if a song's good enough and I like it, when you see me make a post on Facebook or talk about it, and I say it's so fire, call the fire department, that means it's a good song. And that's what I feel about that. That's so fire, call the fire department. They ain't no fire trucks put that fire out. That's so. What's everybody think of that? I'm glad Cliff's watching. Cliff's on my team. Um, yeah. So Cliff was the one I was telling you about that. We're doing the car show, and Christian rap concert next year. Let's see. Whoop, 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 fireman's coming. So I tell you what, things have been getting crazy here lately, and then we got President Trump getting shot at, and you got all this crazy madness. You got storms hitting people. Like they talked about tornadoes hitting people. Then watching the CBS News this week, and they talked about the heat waves where it's just too hot. People are passing out, and they said it's so hot that there's more people dying and passing out in record numbers than we've had in years, probably ever. Let's see. Felipe Villanueva says, "That's so fire, you can smoke some meat on that thing." I like that. That's tight. That's tight. But when all this craziness, people need Jesus now more than ever. And I've
Absolutely.
been I've been watching the show The Chosen. Have you seen that?
I have. I have. I think I'm on season two. I haven't caught up all the way to where it's at right now, but I have seen that show.
Okay, cool. So I started season 4 last week, and I just finished episode 3 today of The Chosen. And if and I like the fire emojis. That's either from John or Cliff. But if y'all haven't, y'all need to watch The Chosen. And I know there's people out there that, especially on my friends list, told me to stay clear of it, said it's bad, whatever. But so far, I haven't seen anything that throws any red flags. And and I've been paying close attention, and it's a really really good show about if so. For those that don't know what The Chosen is, you can download the free app, The Chosen. You can go to the App Store and search it, and it's a show about Jesus's ministry and how he starts out his ministry and then goes forward, and the trials and tribulations that Jesus and the 12 disciples go through. And it's an eye opener. Now, a lot of this stuff you're not going to see in the Bible per se, but like it puts a spin on it and gets you to thinking, wow, maybe this happened. Who knows? It probably happened like this. And it's so realistic. It's like you're there back in Jesus's time. So what you think about it so far?
So I really enjoy it, but like what you said, I've heard a lot of the don't watch it, blah blah blah. But it does a really good job at doing, I think, what its intended meaning was doing. Because if you watch it and want to know if it's biblically accurate, it's going to lead you to go into the Bible and reading the stories for yourself, which I think is the ultimate goal of the show, and it's definitely needed. So whether people support it or not, I think the gospel is being reached. And for people that are critical of it, they can go read the Bible for themselves, and that's always going to be a blessing on their lives as well. So it's very well done. I love the show. It really hits you in the heart. I remember my favorite episode is the one with Mary Magdalene, and I think it was pretty one of the first episodes as well. Just super powerful when she encountered Jesus. It just gives you an image of what could have possibly happened in these biblical stories and stuff. So yeah, I'm a fan of that show for sure.
Oh yeah, like so you're talking about Mary Magdalene. So I guess you got to the one where she was demon possessed.
Yeah.
That was really cool, and it showed like it talks about Nicodemus in the Bible, and
Mhm.
it shows Nicodemus go up to her, and he's scared to death, and
Yeah.
he can't do nothing. He can't do nothing, and then Jesus goes up there and tells the demon be gone, and gets that demon out of her, and that's a real thing. Like
Absolutely.
to tell you how okay, so to tell you how real that is. So do you listen to Rare Breed any?
I've heard a couple of his songs. I've seen a few
Uh,
of his videos.
Oh, that's cool. So if you get a chance, go see him in concert, and I would love if y'all two got a song together. That'd be
Right.
fire. But I went to his concert a few weeks ago because I'm a huge fan. Me and Cliff went, and his girlfriend Chastity, and then my buddy Zachary Sanders went, and it was in Meridian, Mississippi, which is an hour and almost hour and 30 minutes from me or something, and they did a it was his God Twang tour, and they had a bunch of it was him, it was Cody Murphy open for him. It was Thompson. Oh shoot, something Thompson music. Cliff can, anyways, can tell. And so, and then and then Ray did his set, and I got the whole entire his portion filmed for my YouTube, which was almost an hour long. But I wanted to do it, and 813 in the house. What up, Mark Bracken? And so I seen something I've never seen before, and I've been to a lot of Christian concerts. I'm talking about I've been to a lot of concerts. Like I go to so many concerts, I can tell you I got a top five list of which ones are really good, and so anyways, at the end, towards the end of this show, when they was doing the altar call, I seen the minister that had the ministry there. I don't even remember the name of the ministry, but the guy was talking about they were filming a movie around Meridian or somewhere in Mississippi. And I seen him walk out front, and he had on his little vest with his ministry on there, and they were doing the altar call. And I seen this girl bring her friend up, and so they started praying. Next thing I know, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of freaked me out. But I hear this girl screaming violently, and this girl had brought her up, and she was just at the altar on her knees, crying and screaming violently. Like I ain't never seen nothing like it. I seen oh shoot, I lost track of his name. But anyways, um, I seen Rev Reed. Golly, I can't remember his name. Anyways, I seen him put his hand on her, and they start praying. And I've never seen anything like that in my life. This girl was screaming like violently. I've never seen. And you know what? At the end of that, she gave her life to Christ. Like she let everything go. And I truly believe, even Cliff will attest to this if he's still watching. I really do believe that she was like demon possessed, and
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that in my life. It was out, and people, you never know what people's going through nowadays, and to have something like that was so powerful and impactful, and then I was a witness to all that, so I can tell people, I see that it's real. It really, and especially it was real in Jesus's day when he would cast out demons out of people, and then they would go into animals, whatever. And
Correct.
it's deep.
So yeah, so that is very taboo in a lot of circles. But I think when we are able to experience it and kind of witness it ourselves, it's just proof that God is still moving, that He's still delivering, that He's still liberating people. And like you were saying, we don't know what people are facing in their lives, and some people come from hardships. I have been in so many times in my life at a point where like life is really hard, nothing's going right, but I'm trying to stay faithful in my service and in ministry, and then you are come face to face with somebody that's situation is so much worse than yours, and we sometimes we make little things big, or so there's been people in my life that have impacted me and have reminded me like I don't got it so bad. And in this kind of stuff, like the enemy will slip in any way that he can, and sadly some people are to that point where they are oppressed or possessed or whatever you believe in, like by specific spirits that torment them and that cause so much havoc and trouble in their lives. And truly Jesus is the only hope and the only way of escape for that. And I really hope that there's more people. Like, that's amazing that they were able to offer that and have that open in their concerts. I've been to plenty of concerts and I've been a part of ministering heavily like that as well, but it's definitely not something that you see, and not everybody's equipped for it either, so I wouldn't tell everybody to really do that. You really have to know who you are in Christ and know the authority that you walk into. But absolutely, it's real now as it was back then. The authority Jesus walked in is an authority that none of us can can really know, but we have access to it. And when there's somebody suffering, when there's somebody oppressed, possessed, or whatever, when there's spiritual warfare, we know that we have authority, to trample snakes and scorpions, and that power lives in us through Jesus, and we can really bring freedom and deliverance and liberation to other people's lives when we understand who God is in us. So it's so powerful. It's so needed. I'm not also one of these people, like, I know people that will just like go to everybody and try to cast demons. I'm not one of those people, but I have seen so many times in my life and in my ministry where people have been freed by the power of God. And who am I to stop God from doing that in other people? I know that I have needed Him in such desperate ways that another person was allowed themselves to be used to minister to me, to bring me a word, to help me through a situation. And sometimes that's exactly what people need, is that freedom, is that deliverance, is that that power of God to hit their lives and to break off all of those things that the enemy was putting on them.
Amen. That's deep. What's up, Cody Murphy? So Cody Murphy is another Christian rapper. I actually got to meet him. He actually opened for Rob. Now I finally remember his name, Rob. But he opened for Rare Breed, and that was you did really good, Cody. So I'm glad you got to tune in.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's so many different music artists I've had on here, because this is episode 50, and I've had everybody from racing people to hunting people and then artists, and I got several Christian rappers. I got to send you some of their music and get y'all intertwined so y'all can share y'all's music with each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Cody's one of them is fire. You ever listen to Joe Nestor?
I have not.
He's really good. I saw him at the Outreach at the Beach event in Mississippi several weeks ago. It was him, ASAP Preach, Brian T was a headliner. You ever listen to any of those, Brian T or ASAP?
Oh yeah, I know Brian T and ASAP.
Yeah, I love ASAP Preach. He is awesome. He's super cool to meet in person too, and
Yeah.
like he's like me because he rapped on stage and he had on camouflage pants. I was like, man,
Yeah.
that's my kind of people right there. That and I tell you, so Brian T, his style is different, and I like it. And he did something at the Outreach Beach event that I've never seen done. And I've been to a lot of concerts. I've been to Winter Jam. You ever been to Winter Jam?
I have not, no.
So do you know what Winter Jam is?
Yeah, yeah. They had it a lot on the East Coast. They always came close to my area.
Oh, that's so. Well, look, if anybody from Winter Jam just happens to be listening, y'all need to go down there and put this man on your show. Like, let him be the opener. Like, because I'm a big fan of Zonti. Like, they had Zonti on there on their
Mhm.
tour. I love some Zonti, man. His dad's his tour manager, and he's like 20, 21, 22 now. And he I saw him at Winter Jam one year, then I saw him again a few years later. But they had him open, of course, with Winter Jam. For those that don't know, it's the biggest Christian music tour in the world, and it's put on by New Song, and New Song's been doing music since the '80s. And so and they have everybody from Lecrae to all the big names. 7 Day Slumber was on there last year, which was awesome. I'm on their street team. They're really cool. And um, so like, and then Zonti did like two or three songs, and then um, their opening artist they get like three or four songs, and then the next artist gets maybe one more song, and it just keeps going. Then the main two acts get to do a full set. But I would love to see you on that tour because I've been there a bunch. I go every
Oh,
year.
oh yeah, if they call me, I'm there.
Hey, look, Russ Lee is the lead singer, and Rico is the lead singer for New Song, and Rico Thomas is the guitarist. I need to reach out to Rico on Facebook and be like, "Hey, man, what do we got to do to get this man on y'all show?" But like I've seen Andy Mineo. You ever listen to him?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Andy Mineo. Of course, KJ52 has been my all-time favorite. I've seen him before. I've never met him, or But Andy Mineo, man, he puts on a. If you'd like a wild, extravagant rap show, that's your boy. Like he gets
Yeah.
up there and he makes Eminem look like a baby rapper. Like he raps circles around Eminem, and Eminem don't even know what hit him.
Right.
Like, but but not, so going back to Outrage at the Beach, Brian T did a thing where, and Cliff can tell you better than I can, or maybe Cody can. Cody was there performing. Um, but he did something like I was right by the stage because every concert I go to, I got to get right by the stage, and so like yeah, Crowder was awesome at Winter Jam. I love David Crowder, man. That dude is he can play the banjo too. Um, so I'm watching this, and Brian T he does. I was expecting like a full 30-minute set of just nothing but Brian T going hard. No, he did like four songs, maybe five. And when he got done, he got out in the crowd and he told everybody, he said, "Hey, I want y'all to get in a circle." And they all got in a circle. And then he said something. What was it he told me? He said something about he got everybody to back up, and I can't remember what it was he said. So everybody started backing up, and then he said something else, and he said, "All right, I want y'all to back up." So eventually we all backed up, but I was touching the stage pretty much, and he was in the middle of everybody in this whole crowd. And this was out at a right by the beach in Gulfport, Mississippi, and it was under a pavilion, so it was real nice. And people going to the beach got to hear Jesus music all day. And what it was, they had a car show that morning, and then Christian rap all day long. And so he talked about when he got all those everybody in the circle. He said, "All right." He said, "If y'all have ever had anybody uh, that's ever done you wrong in your life," he said, "I want you to let it go." He said, "I want you to let all that go. People that's ever done you wrong." He said, "I want you to just forgive them. Just," he said, "I want you to call out these names, whisper out their names, whatever you got to do, and just let it go." And so I did that, and it was like six different names I let go, and then he got everybody to move closer and closer, and then everybody was right there beside him. And I've never experienced anything like that. Like it was such freedom to let all that stuff go, and then
Absolutely.
I've never truly done that before. I actually forgave somebody like that because
Mhm.
I was always under the impression you had to actually physically go up to them
Right.
and actually do it. But no, no, you leave that at the altar, and that weight was lifted off my shoulders. And then when he did the altar call, all the artists that were there to perform, it was another one was KG Santiago and the Young Disciples. Oh, that's the dad of the Young Disciples. They all got out there, and ASAP and all the other names, and they was doing the altar call. And I seen this lady walk up there with her friend up there, and I just witnessed one after the other. Probably like six different people got saved, and
Man.
then that was so powerful. And then another powerful thing that they did also, they had a mobile baptism trailer, and it looked like a cargo trailer, but half of it was cut off in the back, and they had it open, and they had a horse trough there full of water, and they baptized people.
Mhm.
And so they baptized a bunch of people during the day, and then at the end, after we left, Cliff's like, "Yeah, man, I think they ASAP Preach. I found out he said he baptized like eight more people after we left."
Wow.
And I was like, "Wow, that is so cool." And
Absolutely.
I've been to a lot of events in my life, and I've never been to something like it was just Jesus, 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 and then
Yeah.
all the artists, even the hype man. There was one thing they always said was, and Cody down there can tell you, they'd go out there, Jesus, and they'd yell it out loud. Everybody in the crowd would yell it out loud. And I've been to events that were twice that big, and you just didn't have Jesus like you did at that smaller event. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
that was something that impacted me, and I'm sure you've done shows like that.
Yeah, well, it's encouraging to hear that what God is doing through certain ministers and artists, because the truth is, and just I've been in the music industry since 2009, so I've seen a lot, and I've rubbed a lot of shoulders. And a lot of people leave Christ out of their Christian music, or Christ out of Christian rock, Christ out of whatever. So it's really necessary for the people that are rooted and mature in the faith and are sharing. If this is what you want to do, if Christian rap, if Christian hip hop, Christian rock, whatever it is that you're doing, this is the lane you want to do. It can't just be set your sights on a meal ticket. Like, you have to keep Christ and Jesus himself centered around this. Like, what are you doing this for? And this is what I
Exactly.
ask. I try to develop a lot of artists that come to me for mentorship or whatever, and the first thing is to figure out, like, why do you want to pursue this? Do you understand it's going to take a while before you might see anything come back to you? And, like, where's your heart? Are you mature? Do you have a mentor? Are you being discipled? Like, can you take on this? It's ministry. It's ministry. It's not just a hobby, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a heavy price that you have to pay, just like any other ministry. And yeah, so that's amazing to hear. And I've known of Brian T. I got invited to some festival a couple years ago. It fell through. But I was going to open for him at a festival, but I don't believe the festival ended up not taking place. I don't recall exactly why, but when the opportunity presents itself, I definitely want to take advantage of that. But it is awesome. There are people that are really Christ centered, people that are full of the Spirit of God, that are out here, sharing their talents and really glorifying Him and seeing people's lives change. Anytime I'm on, I accept any type of tour or any type of thing that we're doing. I want to know that I'm not going there just to put a performance on or put a show. Like, how can I serve? What can I do? How can I glorify Jesus? Like, what is the heart? What is the intent of um, what you're putting on? Because if it's monetary or if it's just for something else, then it might be something that I might not be the artist for this. And I have turned down shows in my lifetime because I didn't feel like they connected with my purpose or my plan for why I do what I do.
Wow, that's awesome. Let's see. Devette Collins says God will bless the ones that are doing His work for Him and not themselves. I like that.
Yep.
Saheli says, "Hey fam, 916 in the building. Shout out." So y'all that's watching, y'all be sure and share this, and be sure to like my page while you're at it. And then if you want to look up Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries on YouTube, I have a YouTube. I got a lot of different content, from coon hunting to fishing to truck stuff to concerts. I do most of the Christian concerts I go to. I have to get videos,
Yep.
and I post them on my YouTube. Of course, I've had several. YouTube tells me that YouTube says that it's copyrighted on some of the stuff, but I don't care. As long as they don't take my YouTube down, I'm good.
Right.
But because I go to this this many concerts. If I could, I'd go to one all the time. But my neck, I really, really want to see this guy in concert. One of these days, we're gonna get to meet, and if it works out, where do the thing next year, the car show and Christian rap show, that'd be cool. It
Oh
may
yeah,
work
bro.
out. I have to pray
Absolutely,
about it.
man. I'm hoping I'll definitely make it off of that.
And so, yeah. So for those that don't know, this local to Grove Hill where I'm at. So me and Cliff come up with me. So Cliff lives right down the road over yonder, a few miles, and he went to another Christian rap event a few weeks later. I was at a car show and I didn't get to make it, but he went to another one and it has some of the same artists. It was Joe Nestor, goes by Nestor Nation. He's got the new song 10 Toes Down. It was Joe Nestor. It was Redeemed, Clean Slate Music. Joshua Hutchinson is his name. Clean Slate's pretty fire. He's the one that put on the Outreach at the Beach event, and it wasn't as many artists as it was at the Outreach at the Beach, but it was still enough where it was a pretty good show. And Cliff said he said, well, the next day, he felt like God told him to put on a Christian rap event around here. And so where I live, it's like 1,400 people that live here. It's not very big, and we got lots of country folks, a few rich people, and just and so Cliff said, you know what? I thought about let's do a Christian rap event and a car show. And he's like, I thought about you when I thought about the car show. I was like, man, that's awesome. So he's already got, I think it's 9 artists lined up, and then he's doing the car show too, and it's going. For those who's local, put down the date. It's April the 26th, which will be next year, next April. It's on a Saturday, and he's going to do the car show from 12 to 4, 12 in the evening to 4 that afternoon, and then he's going to do from 4 to 9 the concert for all the artists. And so I'm going to see if we can't get something worked out where we get this guy down here.
Oh yeah,
So I think it's gonna be pretty cool because we've never done nothing. We've had different artists come to my church and play, but it's usually your same old your worship artists. It's not, and I like me some good worship music. Don't get me wrong, but Christian rock and Christian rap music is where it's at. I like to be able to crank my speakers up and just start blasting. Like you just want to hear Skywalker, and all you hear is boom, boom, just thumping. Everybody hearing Jesus. I love a good Christian rap song. I like to, especially when they have a really really good message to it.
absolutely.
And then when I'm at work, I got to get me another Bluetooth speaker. I messed my speaker up, but when I'm at work, I like to play different radio stations. I listen to country music, but Christian music's usually. So I got 3 Christian radio stations I listen to, and I listen, of course, Quake Radio, which is who I work for. Jason Katz. Jason commented earlier, so thanks for watching, Jason. Jason's the reason I got this show and the StreamYard. So I listen to Quake Radio, or Quake RYC Praise News, or Music is Therapy is a long name. Then I listen to Revocation Radio, which is out of Birmingham, Alabama, and they're an FM station, plus they're online. Now I listen to the ChristianRock.net and different variety of music. But um, one cool thing about us at Quake Radio is we play the underground guys. We play the guys that don't get shown love by the big stations. And so we play his music a good bit, and then we play ASAP Preach. We play like oh shoot, trying to think of the guy's name that I listen to a lot. Shoot, my mind went blank. Oh, anyways, a lot of different variety of underground Christian rap music. Um, V8 Fast Change, that's one of the ones I was thinking of. V8 Fast Chains is another one. And let's see, Devet says, play Manifest song, Nobody. Yes, I'm going to play that. Yes, I've got that on cue. Devet says, Grove Hill has never had anything like that. Most singing around here are Southern gospel, which is great, but I think an event will lead a lot of youth to God. Amen, Devet Collins. Um, I'm surprised I don't know you if you're from here. I was thinking you were from his friends list. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. However you found my live. But that's great. Yeah, no, we need an event like this. So Cliff, I got to give a shout out to Cliff because he's the one that run with the idea. He's the one that's been lining the artist up, and I told him that I'd help with it. And so we're going. So Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries is going to um, be the one that puts on the event, and we're going to do it as a ministry since he helps me with Matt and John. And then it's going to be in partnership with Quake Radio, so we'll have a Quake Radio banner too. And if anybody's looking for a vendor booth, we're gonna have vendor booths. It's $50. I think that's what we decided on. If anybody wants to have a vendor booth, you can sell whatever. We want all the churches involved. My church, Grove Hill Baptist, is gonna get involved. We want all the youth groups, and this is gonna be a free event. It's just $20 to enter your car in the car show. So we're gonna have the car show, and then just a free event because we want everybody to hear Jesus. And if you want to make a donation, that's fine. You can donate to Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries, and we'll put it back to using the ministry and then towards the event. And then, of course, we got the vendor booths, and any church that wants to get involved is welcome to come help. And there was something else. Um, so I reached out to a guy today, Perry Daly. Perry is in a gospel group. Trying to think of the name of the gospel group he's in because I've seen him live several times. Not the Dixie Echoes, but anyways. So Perry told me about a guy that's got a mobile stage trailer that's got the top on it, and so I'm gonna call this guy about renting that. And then if anybody local that's got sound equipment we can use, we'd be definitely interested in that. And we're gonna rent the park from the town, so that'll be cool. So let me play this song here. All right, so this is the new song. I was actually bumping it today. I got it from Amazon Music. And so let's see. And then also, I'm going to show this while I'm at it. Let's see if I can find them. I just had them. I'm going to show everybody something cool if I can find them. I had them just the other day. Let's see. I'm going to my CD collection here. Aha. There's one. All right, I can't find the other one. What did I do with that other one? All right, this is cool. Y'all gonna like this if I can find it. Anyways, I found one. So y'all be sure and get your CD copies. This is cool. And it's autographed too. I love getting autographs. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I love getting autographs. Autographs are so cool. You can't get a digital stream autographed. You can't get a Spotify song autographed, but you can get a CD autographed. And then the artists make more money off CDs than Spotify don't pay their artists. So,
True.
and because Spotify is like 0.04 cents a play or 3-4 cents. It's some astronomical number. Like, Spotify don't care about their artists. They make millions, and the artists don't make nothing. But you can still go follow this guy on Spotify though. Anything helps him. But yeah, y'all buy this Insomniac. This is tight, man. And you can't get this with a digital. But and then you can. I like reading the booklets, and I love reading the songs and stuff. So, and then of course it says to Jared on there, which is cool. So that's something I'll always keep. I love getting autographs. I ain't gonna lie, like I nerd out when I meet a lot of these artists, and I'm probably gonna nerd out when I meet this guy because this guy's pretty cool. All right, so let me play this song. So tell everybody about the song "Nobody," what it's about.
Oh man, so the whole premise of Nobody is just that saying that says I'm just nobody um, who loves who's trying to tell everybody about somebody who loves everybody. So really, just we got to get out of our own way and let God have his way through us. There's a lot of craziness happening in the world and in the music industry with a lot of satanic and demonic imagery and messages and stuff just being pushed down our throats and being exposing our young children, our young generation to things that are just so far from the heart of God. And so, since the world has taken a bold stance on just sin and a lot of really disgusting and disturbing behavior and messages, I took a really bold stance on this song as well. So, yeah, Nobody's just a really bold declaration of my faith in my beliefs in Jesus Christ, and that His kingdom will reign forever, far after this world ends, and far after the kingdom of darkness is defeated. Like Jesus's kingdom will truly reign forever.
Wow, that is awesome. And it reminds me of the and I don't remember what artist it was that sang it, but it's been done by every other artist out there. But, I'm just a nobody trying to tell somebody.
Yeah.
I mean that old gospel song. That's pretty much when I hear that song, I hear that in there. I'm like,
Absolutely.
that is so cool. So yeah, let me play this for everybody, and I want everybody to tell me what they think. Let's see. All right, let me hit play. And Cliff, if you still watching, you need to jam this in your car. Cliff's got a speaker system, so.
Nobody here coming live from the city. Brand new zip and they all rockin' with me. On a new season, on a new thing. Look in the future, people are better rain. On a new coast and I'm on a new mission. Got a new crew and they all in position. Here's the fans, got them all switching. Spitting the truth and I hope that they listen. I know that I'm bad, they think that I'm not. Got enough things to do, no time to sleep. Gotta fight to uncover the plot. So if they loud, I'ma be loud too. I read my God, but you already knew. So sick and tired of all of the voices I lie. Gotta rise and make way for the truth. I'm just stating what I've already said. Can I stand to the side while they push all these demonic songs, get them out of my head? Turn on the TV, all I see is evil. Snakes trying to hide, but we already see you. I'm calling you out with all the subliminals. Feel the pressure when the record hit the needle. But you ain't even gotta listen, I'm a nobody. Go ahead and change the station, man, I'm a nobody. No black car, no Rolls Royce, no money to the ceiling. Ain't got a penny to my name, but it's all gonna change, I got a feeling. I put my faith in just one thing. I never been worried about all the hate, the rejection, the criticism it'll bring. So full of love, I'ma tell you the truth. One way to God, I can show you the proof. Rejecting the sun is a spiritual suicide. Leave your soul hanging like from a noose. But go ahead and choose your side. The lines have been drawn, no matter the hell that I face, boy, you know that I'm down for the ride. Pledge my allegiance to the kingdom, fish raised way up in the sky. In it for the outcome, not the income, I'ma live this truth until I die. Put your armor on, soldier, time to fight this fight. The gates of hell cannot prevail, it's time we show them the light. You got your message, I got mine, and we gon' see who's winning. I got an army standing by, ain't take a loss since beginning. But you ain't even gotta listen, I'm a nobody. Go ahead and pick the next song, I'm a nobody. No trust fund, no Lamborghini, no money to the ceiling. Ain't got a dime to my name, but it all gon' change, I got a feeling. I'm standing 10 toes down, I will not be moved. No need to clear all accusations, I got nothing to prove. Draw a line in the sand, tell me who is you with. Blood of Jesus on my life, it's to him I commit. Just Jesus. Look who gon' speak for the silent. I roll at least 12 deep and all my peoples is violent. We take the kingdom by force, there's too much on the line. And since I'm on the winning team, victory gon' be mine. But you ain't even gotta listen, I'm a nobody. Can't believe you still tuned in, man, I'm a nobody. I'm just a nobody, trying to tell anybody about somebody who truly loves everybody.
Man, y'all better I hope y'all got the fire department on speed dial. You better call 911, let them know. You just somebody trying to tell nobody. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, so Lily Torres says, fire, love the lyrics. Kristen says, yeah. Saw Haley with the fire emojis. That's cool. So, you got any shows lined up?
Oh yeah, so doing the California State Fair next Thursday, actually the 25th at 4:00. So a couple of these people commenting for one of my sisters here. Shout out to her. Thank you for tuning in. And then I have two artists that I work with on the same label, Levite and Yasha, and T-Ron the rapper, that are going to be joining me on my set next week at the California State Fair here in Sacramento. I'm super excited. We got rehearsals tomorrow. We're going to put on a great show. We're going to glorify Jesus. People are going to hear the gospel, and we're just believing God to move in the midst of our worship to Him. So I'm super excited. So we got that going on next week.
That is awesome. What up, Orlando Page? Orlando Page with CHH Jams and Let's Talk Gospel Radio. What it do, Orlando? The rapper Santiago. Yes, sir. Chris Tiburon. Man, that's gonna be awesome. The California State Fair. I bet that's a big fair.
Oh man, so yeah, this is. I mean, I've only been in. It's been maybe 9 or 10 months that I've been in California. I lived in Florida for a long time, for 30 years, and I never got an invite to the fair. So I'm super excited for the doors that God's opening over here, and I'm extremely happy and proud of the team that we've been able to build. Just really like-minded music artists, new wave entertainment, that just people that love God and are super creative and very talented. And I'm super excited to again share the stage with them, and just have God have His way, and kind of show California what we got. And yeah, I'm super excited.
That is cool. Yeah, that's a long ways to go from Florida to California. So,
It was so unexpected. So I'm not gonna lie, like months leading up to the move, I really felt like in my prayer life and in my spirit that God was preparing me for a move. I just had the desire to branch out and kind of have a fresh start. Which for the longest time I said I wouldn't move out of Florida. That was my home. That's where I grew up. That's everything I knew. All my family's there, and that was really hard leaving. But I heard God speak, and I left in obedience, and He opened so many doors, and everything that He's putting together. It's just God was truly in this move. And yeah, I'm just excited. And I'm so thankful for His faithfulness, and really pushing me out of my comfort zone, and seeing the fruit of walking in faith, and listening obediently to God's demand, and what He told me to do.
that is awesome. So, okay, I just found this. So, there's the actual CD for Insomniac. Y'all got to get you a copy. That is cool. Faith in Action Records. This
Yeah.
thing is jamming, man. So, everybody go. So tell everybody. Okay, you got a website, of course.
Yeah.
I'm actually on it right now. But tell them about your website. What you got?
So yeah, I got my own personal website, www.manoffaithmusic.com. Has everything that you need to know about me on there. Every social link, just yeah, connections and links to music and Spotify and all that good stuff. Music videos, all that there.
All right. So let me do this. Settings, camera. Let me turn my camera around. And I got my Windows 10 gaming computer up. There's the website right there. Man of Faith. There's the homepage. There's a cool picture of him right there with the shades on. Blessed. There's a new single, Nobody. Y'all go stream it there. You can also get on Amazon Music, and it shows all the others you can get it from right there. And then, of course, booking, about, gallery. And then you got merch too, I'm sure.
Yep.
All right. So, what all they got to do to get in contact with you? Obviously, go to your website, but about getting you to do a show.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you go on the website, you're gonna have my booking email. I have my own landing page that has like maybe a minute video, a minute and a half. I don't recall, of my booking. Just a ton of a mix of videos from the shows that I've done, big and small shows, just shows that I've done, and it has my email there. That's man of faith music at gmail.com.
That's awesome. Manoffaithmusic at gmail.com. All right. So, y'all hit him up. Churches, hit him up. Any venue that may be listening, y'all hit this man up. Get him booked for a show. And if anybody wants to get him booked for a show down this way by the end of the year, y'all hook this man up, like for real. This dude's on fire for Jesus. His music is fire. Like like when he comes down here, and if he ever gets to come do a show down here, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get the whole entire Grove Hill Fire Department, all fire trucks there, because it's gonna be so hot. They got to cool the building down. All right. So, anything else you want to say to anybody that's listening, or
Yeah, just stay encouraged. You know, sometimes it's so important as mature people of faith that we are able to spend our time in prayer. We really want to encourage people never to overlook the importance of prayer and hearing from God. And I know life is really, really busy and hectic and chaotic sometimes, and sometimes we make all the excuses in the world not to spend our time with God, and then that really just leads to so many things in our life falling out of place, and we get depressed and we get anxious and we get stressed out and we get all these things, and it's just like we have such a beautiful path to peace and knowing that God's in control when we pray. So I really want to encourage uh, people to just don't neglect your prayer life. Seek guidance, hear from God. Don't just speak. Have your time to hear from God and see what He's saying about your situations and everything that you're bringing into it, and then let it go. Submit it, like you were saying, like the weight that you felt from letting go. Forgiveness is such a beautiful thing, and I'm so glad that you found that, because it's really hard to forgive when someone doesn't come up to you and say I'm sorry. And sometimes they're not sorry, and they're never going to be sorry. And we sometimes we carry resentment and pain and hurt and all of that because of a mistake or a wrongdoing somebody else did. It wasn't even our fault, but like it's affecting us and it's breaking us and it's killing us on the inside. So, learning how to forgive when someone's not sorry is one of the most powerful things that we can do. And honestly, I believe we can only do it through the power of Jesus Christ, like with His Spirit's help, because there's no way about it. When I learned how to forgive when people weren't sorry, my entire life changed. And it's something that I practice all the time. And sometimes we remember things that were really difficult to deal with, and sometimes we got to forgive again and again and again. And it's not just an instant thing. It's a process. But we all deserve to be healed. We all deserve to live a fulfilled and whole life, and Jesus has that for us. So I definitely want to encourage people, like, no matter what you're going through, if that's something you're struggling with forgiveness, like, give it to God. Like, I know it feels impossible. Like, again, like, sometimes we pay for other people's wrongdoings, and it's so unfair. And it may be true that they don't deserve forgiveness, but we deserve to be able to forgive them, because we deserve that freedom from unforgiveness and the bitterness. And it even affects us in our health. Like, there are studies that show bitterness and unforgiveness, the stress that it puts our body in is literally toxic to our bodies and makes us sick. And God has
Amen.
so much more for us. He really does. So give
Because
it to God. Let it go.
Amen. And Joel got the fire emojis there, Joel Peralta.
Hey, that's my brother.
But forgiving people, like I know somebody right now that they're struggling with a pretty good bit, and that and you just like they'll tell me, well, so and so's done me wrong, or this person's done me wrong. You wouldn't believe, and I'm like, well, just give it to God. You gotta let it go, and you gotta forgive people, like the Bible says. And then
Uh-huh.
this person says every time, well, I might can forgive, but I ain't gotta forget. It's like, no, that's not how this works there, homie.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
Jesus don't roll like that. You have to. I mean, of course, you're not going to forget what somebody did, but you can
Uh-huh.
forgive them. Just let it go, and you'd be surprised what works God will do in your life if you actually forgive somebody. Because, like, when I went to that concert, man, where I just forgave all those 6 different people, and I thought of some more people later. I said, "Did gummit, there was some more people I should have put in there." But, but I mean, I was like, man, I was kicking myself. I was like, you know what? That was the ones that God laid on my heart, and I did
Right.
it, and it felt so awesome. That's the biggest weight that's ever been lifted off my chest.
Yeah.
And when I went to this event, I didn't focus on my job. I didn't focus on none of the stress that I've been going through, because I've been going through a good bit here lately. Like
Mm-hmm.
my truck, like my truck's trying to break down on me with the transmission, a bunch of different things been going on. And I said, you know what? I didn't think about none of that the whole entire day. All I focused on was Jesus, the event, and hanging out with my friends. And then at the end of the night, I just let all that stuff go. And I had a guy come up behind me, and he was a like a middle-aged Hispanic guy, and he comes up behind me and says, "Hey, brother, can I pray for you? Can I pray for your ministry?" And because he saw my ministry shirt on, I was like, "Wow,
Mm-hmm.
I've never had anybody do that before." And so
Right.
and I saw him talking with Cliff. I prayed with him, and then he prayed over me in my ministry. I was like, "Wow, that is so touching that somebody did that." But like, it feels so awesome to just forgive people and just let all that stuff go, because you can't let that hate build up inside you.
Right.
You can't think, well, so and so's done me wrong. I ain't never gonna forgive them. I don't want nothing to do with them. They're snakes in the grass, and well, they may be snakes in the grass, but they still need Jesus just as much as you do.
Absolutely. Sometimes we feel like we're punishing somebody else by not forgiving them when we're only affecting ourselves. I've seen it too many times in my life where I in my life I've tried to hold bitterness and unforgiveness against somebody, and they're living their happy merry life like nothing happened. So nobody was affected but me. Like, and at the end of the day, again, like I deserve to live whole and heal, and not pay and allow that to fester in my life. So yeah, it affects us. Like, you do nothing by unforgiving or forgiving somebody. Like, I know we want them to pay, but God's vengeance is holy and it's righteous, and like it's not up for us. Like, it's so worth forgiving and letting it go and just giving it to God. Like, if you were a child of God, he's gonna make sure you're good. And
That's right.
so if
That's right.
someone when someone does you wrong, they don't get off free. Like, you may not see it, and it may not be in your hands, and it may not happen in the way or the time that you want it, but God will surely have his way.
And like, so I ain't gonna try to ruin the show for anybody, but I was watching season 4 of The Chosen today on my lunch break, and there's a scene on there where, of course, everybody knows that Matthew is a tax collector, and or was a tax collector, and so Jesus called him to come with him. Well, he had changed Simon's name to Peter and gave him a new role, and so it shows a scene on there where Matthew and Simon's not really getting along, and or excuse me, Peter's not getting along, and then so Matthew says something to Jesus about it, and then you see where Peter goes up to him, and Peter's not forgiving Simon. I mean, not forgiving Matthew because he was a tax collector. It shows it in season 1 where he threatens to take his boat, threatens to
Mm-hmm.
take his livelihood because he was a fisherman, commercial fisherman. And then he would not let go and forgive Matthew for all that. And Jesus kind of spoke to him and said, "Hey, son," and he kind of gave him a wake up call and said, "Look, this would do you some good." And then he listed all these different reasons why not to forgive Matthew. And Jesus said, "He said, I tell you, you must forgive 7 times 77."
Mm-hmm.
And then Peter's like, he says something like, and it says in the Bible, he talks about this, and then Peter says, "Oh, well, that'd be this number. That's a lot." And Jesus says, "No, not literally, but in the other sense." And he explains why. And then he forgives him, and this huge weight's lifted off of Peter's shoulder when he forgives Matthew, and they hug it out the whole 9 yards. That forgiving somebody goes all the way back to Jesus's day.
Yeah. Yeah, forgiveness is so powerful for everybody involved, and we can truly show the love of Christ through it as well. You never know how it's going to affect somebody. When people do you wrong, sometimes they act like they didn't, but they know. Nobody's that ignorant. They know, and to
That's
be able
right.
to offer forgiveness to them can really change their life as well.
That's right. And people think, and I've been done wrong by several people, and I could tell you all kind of stories, but like, I can tell you this: the freedom that it brings by letting it go, because it just eats you inside.
Hmm.
And then if you don't let it go, it's going to make your life even worse, and you're just going to stay stuck in
Absolutely.
that pit. And
Yep.
you have to let all this. And there's even some Christian songs about that, just letting all that anger, bitterness go. Because you'd be surprised, like if you actually forgive somebody in person, you'd be surprised what it does to them. They'll be like, wow, and it could make them a new person just by
Absolutely.
you doing that.
Correct.
And so I appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all be sure and subscribe to his YouTube, his Facebook scrolling at the bottom there. Go subscribe to Cooners Outdoors Ministries YouTube. Like my Facebook. If I get 2,000 likes, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So if I get 2,000, do a giveaway. And if you watch any of my YouTube videos, go comment, leave a comment what you think. I got a bunch of concerts on there, from Christian rap concerts to Christian rock, whole 9 yards. So, and then if you like hunting and fishing, I got those too. So, um, anybody you wanna thank or anything before we get off?
Yeah, a ton of my family, my fiance's on here. My again, my label mates, my sister. I see some people, some of my friends are on here. Love you guys infinitely,
And your
and really
label,
anybody, even if I don't know you, I love you too. Thanks for tuning in.
that's awesome. So is Man of Faith Records, right? Is your record label?
New Wave Entertainment.
Oh, New Wave Entertainment. Okay.
Yeah,
So is New Wave Entertainment yours, or is it a label you're signed to?
it's a co. Me and Tiburon the rapper are running it together, and we really do have an amazing team that we're putting together. Of music artists, producers, just super creative, talented people that love Jesus. I'm really excited to see where God's going to take it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Well, look, I appreciate you coming on. It's been great having you. Anytime you want to come on. And then Wednesday nights, I do with the radio station. Jason has a show that we do called the Three Wise Men podcast. We do it basically the same style as this, live on Facebook. So if you ever wanna come do that,
Well, for
be glad to
sure.
have you. And
Right.
send that new song over. So send it to quakeradio@yahoo.com,
Gotcha.
and I'll get Jason to make sure he checks that email and gets it put on the station.
Got it. We'll do.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much. God loves you, brother, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate your time.
We'll see y'all later. All right, let's see. Hit end here.